There are three parts to playing the piano by ear, and I just want to cover those really briefly with you so that you can understand them very easily. The first thing is there are three parts: rhythm, and then chords, and melody. Now, in relation to that, the first thing that we want to talk to you about is the melody, and that is in relation to the difference between one note to the other as you play the tune to a song. And so, for instance, if we have the C scale, then to play the melody, there's different intervals. So from 1 to 2 is an interval, 1 to 3, 1 to 6, and then maybe 6 down to 2, 3, 1, 4, 7, 1. So within the scale, there are many different notes that make up the melody. So for instance, the song Amazing Grace, you have 5-1, then 3-3, 2-1, 6-5. So those are just basically intervals, the difference between one note to the other to make up the melody. And basically you use your ear to hear the difference between those. So if I played the C chord, and then I tried to find out where the melody note starts out, I'd play every note of the C scale to find out. Amazing Grace. And there we have it. Now the next thing is chords. And typically the chords are played on the left hand. And basically you're using three basic chords. And there's a lot of other chords that you're going to use in songs: 6 minors, 2 sevens, a major seventh, a second chord, and all of those great, wonderful things are taught in our piano by ear courses offered on the website. But in a nutshell, you're having three major chords. We'll just do the basic three major chords to help you understand that. In the key of C, there are three major chords: C chord, F chord, G chord, and C chord. And they go together just like peanut butter and jelly on a sandwich. It just works right. If you try to play C chord, then A flat chord, then E chord, then A chord, they don't go together. So those chords go together. So the 1, 4, and 5 of the scale is always the chords that you'll use on your left hand and your right hand too when you add the melody there. So you have C, F, G, and C. Now you can play the whole song Amazing Grace using those three chords. And what you'll do is you'll train your ear to hear when the chord moves. So you can tell when I play this song, it doesn't sound right. Right there, it feels like it needs to change. So I would actually pick between F or G. So we'll try F, because that's what the chord progression usually does, is from the 1 to the 4, or from C to F in the key of C. Wow. Now that's pretty amazing. And there's a lot of other ways that you can figure out where to go, and I teach that in the piano by ear courses. But basically, the chords is the other part of the playing by ear. Now, in relation to that, we have rhythm, which is the steady beat of the song. And so you've just got the beat going on here. Now, that is the three basic parts of playing the piano by ear. Now, once we kind of have a good understanding of that, and we build that in Piano by Ear for Beginner, then from there we can move on to elaborate or make our rhythm, our chords, and the progressions all much, much better. So real quickly, I'll just kind of share with you what we cover in Piano by Ear Continued, Christmas Piano by Ear, chords galore, all of those kinds of things. So instead of just playing the melody on the right hand, we would also use a chord. And then a different type of chord. That's a seventh chord we teach you. And then on the left hand, we're not only playing the bass in that rhythm, but we're also playing chords too. So of those things that I just played are not that difficult, and I teach them in each one of my Piano by Ear videos, and they're very, very, very easy to learn, but it's just a building block. You start simple, and you build from there all the way up, even to where you can get to the point where you can play that Southern Gospel style, which is advanced. And so that's some of the basic things that you pick up after you've built that basic foundation and you understand what it means to play by ear. And then the sky's the limit. You can go on and on and on and on and on. So I encourage you to check out the Piano by Ear videos. And if you have any questions, be sure to email me.